There's so much good music going on around here.
Let's hear from our studio audience now.
Yes. You're going to want to see that.
That is some groovy intro music.
Add it to the list.
Add it to the list. It's a running tab. Leave us a voicemail at 970-579-0843. Welcome to Sound On. Sound On Podcast brings you all the Boulder County music news, who is playing where and when. We also bring you exclusive artist interviews, jam sessions, album releases, and more. If you are an artist or venue and would like to have your show featured on Sound On, email us at info@soundonpodcast.com. Good morning, Dave. How are you?
Good morning, Tim. I'm enjoying this dance party. What's going on in the studio right now?
This is magical.
There are people with their shirts off.
There are people with their shirts off here.
There are people with their shirts
on. Oh, yeah,
on.
it's happening.
There is a man in his underwear in the studio right now.
It's happening.
The intro music is that great.
It's too good.
Our friend Andy Eppler is going to be here next week to debut his new single, My Final Hope, and talk about his new comedy podcast, Longmont Tonight. And Slyjax is out with a new album this week, Loaded for Raptor. The album's available on Spotify. And we're going to play you a track to get your day started. Here's Dawn May Break.
Morning comes, I feel your skin so close to mine and the warmth of the sun. You wrap your arms around me, babe, refuse to let go. And as I drift to sleep, I'll dream of you only. But now I wake from dreams about those days. Your lingering kiss upon my lips had just begun to fade. And though I know I'll see you soon, it's harder every day. No, darling, I'll be waiting here when you return home. All the hardships we've overcome, they made us so much stronger than the days when we were young. Wrap your arms around me, babe, refuse to let go. And as I drift to sleep, I'll dream of you only. Even now I wake from dreams about those days. Your lingering kiss upon my lips has just begun to fade. And though I know I'll see you soon, it's harder every day. No, darling, I'll be waiting here when you return home. the dawn may break, but still I'll wait for you, for you.
That was Slyjax with Dawn May Break. Tim, let's get into our music calendar, shall we?
Sounds good. Today, Wednesday, January 9th, at Still Cellars, we got MoJazz Duo at 6:30. At Beyond the Mountain Brewing, we've got the Bluegrass Pick at 5 p.m. And at 300 Suns Brewing, the Drop-In Acoustic Jam with me.
That's right. And moving on to Thursday, the 10th, the 3-chair jam with Mr. Andy Eppler at Longmont Public House at 6 p.m. Christopher Ryan live music at 6 p.m. at St. Vrain Cidery. St. Julien Hotel and Spa, the Bluegrass Fireplace Pick at 6:30 p.m. Over at the Laughing Goat, Paper Moonshine is at 8 p.m. and George Nelson Band is at 9 p.m. at license number 1.
Oh, we got a lot of bluegrass around these parts lately.
That's right.
Friday, January 11th, at CHUBurger in Longmont, Colorado, Bonnie and Taylor Sims Duo at 6 p.m. Over at Dickens Opera House, My Blue Sky presents the Allman Brothers album, Brothers and Sisters, plus 90 more minutes of Allman Brothers and Government Mule at 7 p.m. At the Tasty Weasel, we've got Famous Men at 4:30, and at Bootstrap Longmont, we got Sugar Moon Bluegrass at 7 p.m.
Songs and Stories of Haiti is at the Laughing Goat at 8 p.m. Boulder Theater, George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic, which would be an awesome show, but it is sold out. So maybe try Craigslist, ask around, ask a friend, you never know. Lazy Dog Boulder, Genetics at 9 p.m. Crystal Swing Band's debut at Cafe Soul is at 7 p.m. Over at Sancho's Restaurant, the Snowbound Hounds is at 5:30 p.m.
Then over at Oscar Blues in Boulder, we've got Chris Demuke at 7:30. Tony Rosario at 5:30 at the Tandoori Grill. At License Bar number 1, Boulder, we've got Voodoo Lily at 9 p.m. Then at Bohemian Beer Garden, we've got Petty Fools at 10 p.m.
On Saturday the 12th, at the Nomad Playhouse, an evening of Irish music at 7 p.m. At Chautauqua Community House, the River, Arkansas at 7:30 p.m. Bonnie Sims and Shannon Address is at 5 p.m. at the Gold Hill General Store. And over at Bohemian Beer Garden, it's the Delta Sonics.
We've got Wounded Bird at 9 p.m. at the Laughing Goat. Oscar Blues Boulder, we've got A Bear's Choice at 8 p.m. At Cafe Soul. Mark Russell, Rob Chandler, and Friends at 6 p.m. At the Lazy Dog in Boulder, the A.J. Fullerton Band at 8 p.m. Then the Mighty Twisters will be at the Dark Horse at 10 p.m.
At license number 1, Banshee Tree is at 9 p.m. Carrie Pastine and the Crime Scene is at 8:30 p.m. at Oscar Blues in Longmont. At the Wild Game, Jackson Cloud Odyssey is at 8 p.m. and Adam Lopez Trio is at the Tasty Weasel.
Sunday, January 13th at Java Stop, we've got Mary Alma at 6 p.m. At Left Hand Brewing, we've got Second Sundays with Steve at 4:30 p.m. David Booker will be at the Tasty Weasel at 3 p.m. At the St. Vrain Cidery, John Miris will be playing at 4 p.m. At Rayback Collective, we've got Jeff and Paige at 10 p.m. We've got Weekend Jazz at Vic's at 12 p.m. And over at Mountain Sun Brewing, we've got Midnight Strange at 10 p.m.
On Monday the 14th at Southern Pub and Brewery, it's Kind-Hearted Strangers at 9 p.m. And Claire Therese is at the Laughing Goat at 8 p.m.
And that is it for your music news. Mr. Andy Eppler will be here next week to debut his new single, My Final Hope, and we'll be chatting with Andy about his new comedy podcast, Longmont Tonight. If you're an artist or venue and would like to have your show featured on Sound On, email us at info@soundonpodcast.com. Thank you for listening, and we will see you here next week.